What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. We gonna get it in. What's up, Astrid? What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Andy Bell? What's up, Kev? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. We'll get started. What's up, Malcolm? What's up, Star? Y'all come on in. And we'll get started in a second. Yes, dog, we're gonna get into something here. We're gonna get into the golden glow this time. Oh yeah, the golden glow. We'll give him another minute, y'all, and we'll get started. What's up, Raw? What's up, Cam? There. Well, all right. How about we begin? How about we begin? Let us get it in here. Let us get it in. Now, this would be the sequel, of course, to Show Us Fury. We talked about how to master the red glow, how to master our red glow the last go around. This time we're gonna talk about obtaining our golden glow. You see what I'm saying? Our soul glow. This go around, shoot, we dealt with Show Us Fury. Then we went to go see Vulcan, dealing with that masonry energy, that grand architect of the universe. Now it's time for our personal ascension with Bruce Leroy's ascension. You see what I'm saying? Our personal rising. So let us begin. Let us begin here. Now, what is the last dragon? You see what I'm saying? What is that? Dragon in these movies is just a cool way of saying Kundalini, because the dragon is an evolved serpent. You see what I'm saying? So, what do we got going on here? What do we got going on here? This guy at the beginning of the show, he working, putting in the work, getting his martial skills right, getting his force right, getting his mind right. But he achieves the final level. He achieves the second to the final level of knowing without knowing, which is him opening up his third eye chakra. So of course, most of the movie is about him mastering his third eye region. You see what I'm saying? Because the final level is your crown, right? That's the final level in his chakra story. And then you rise up out of your crown to the God head, which then you begin to emanate a golden glow. You see what I'm saying? Or a soul glow. So let's begin here. We got this character Leroy Green working his ass off to tap into all the chakras. You see what I'm saying? Working his ass off. See what I'm saying? And he chose the martial way, the path of Ogun. Remember I told you Show Enough represented the raw primal warrior who just want to kick ass. But Bruce Leroy represented the spiritual aspect of Ogun. You see what I'm saying? Which is we dealing with ascending that warrior energy into the highest levels of itself. You see what I'm saying? To the highest of planes that we can tap into. See what I'm saying? So what do you need to do to acquire this golden glow? Of course, we see him in the movie running around the place, going to and fro. But his teacher, his former teacher, his physical teacher, his ancestor, told him, "I am no longer your master. There's still one place you have not looked, and that's within himself." You see what I'm saying? He still had to look within. He went everywhere on the physical plane and couldn't find it. What's up, Alexis? He went everywhere on the physical plane and couldn't find it. So what was it? It was within him all along. You see what I'm saying? That golden glow was within him all along. But what did he need to do? He needed to ascend up his chakras. You see what I'm saying? He had to meditate. He meditated, but he didn't realize he was stuck in his third eye. You see what I'm saying? Because he had not mastered it yet, so he couldn't go to the highest level. Because, you see what I'm saying? He was so focused on trying to find the glow in the outer world that he never realized that the glow was within him all along, the divine spark, the divine energy, that inner soul, that primordial essence that you have inside of you. Now, what do chakras look like when they still, growing? You see what I'm saying? Because we're going to talk about it all today, the rainbow body, all of it. You see what I'm saying? So what do chakras look like when they're still trapped in the system, the matrix? They look like this. Notice how your chakras, the energies are going, not inside of you, but it seems like they leaving, going somewhere. The force is leaving, going somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So what's going on here? Why is this happening? Well, when you born into this realm, and this arcanic frequencies and energies hook onto your essence, they begin to extract energy from your chakras, which is why it's going in and out horizontally. They call this diagram shows the horizontal system. When we all know to ascend, you must ascend vertically. You see what I'm saying? So what do your chakras look like when you start to take your power back from these arcanic motherfuckers and begin to ascend on the path? Let's see here. Let us go to that page. Here we go. There you go. They call this verticality. The scientists call this verticality. You see what I'm saying? And this is you when you ascend out of your chakras, through your chakras, out of yourself. Notice the energies ain't moving in and out of you. They're flowing all around you. Notice that. Notice that. Producing your electromagnetic field, a healthy one. Your chakras. Notice that your chakras no longer look like orbs. They look like levels, planes, realities, planes of existence, because the chakras are realms. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So this is what we're talking about when we're dealing with the golden glow. We're dealing with the rainbow energy. See what I'm saying? They talk about the rainbow body. This is what your chakras look like once you have that Kundalini awakening and free your chakra system. It transmutes into the rainbow body, or mature and elevated free chakra system. And that's how you know that's an indication that you're a sovereign being. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So let me see here. They didn't show any pictures of the rainbow body. Let me get y'all one here. Let me get y'all one here. What's up, Chosen Prince? Let me put it up for y'all real quick. Pick it up. They actually got quite a few pictures of it. But I think this one looks the coolest. I think this one looks the coolest here. It shows their energy. How she glowing. That's what your rainbow body look like. When your chakras are free, sovereign, and ain't being fed on by these motherfucking arcanas. See what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here when we dealing with the rainbow body. So you become a sovereign entity. See what I'm saying? Probably one of the baddest pictures out there. You can't even get your hands on it. This is in a book called Tachyon Energy, A New Paradigm in Holistic Healing, if you've ever heard of it. And as y'all can see, that carbon body, your melanin body, wrapped around, electromagnetic field, and those little particles you see are the tachyon particles. You see what I'm saying? And tachyon actually moves faster than the speed of light. So, don't let them motherfuckers box you into this shit. Don't let them box you into this. And check this out. Even nature has this force. When she free from this hellacious system, even the trees and everything emits this aura. You see what I'm saying? So you are supposed to look like this. That's how you know you're in harmony with nature. You see what I'm saying? You and nature are supposed to be vibrating on the same motherfucking frequency. You see what I'm saying? You don't supposed to look like this. This don't even look right. You see what I'm saying? This don't even look right. Do it. And it look like something wrong. It look like something is happening to your chakra systems that's of an unnatural essence. You see what I'm saying? An unnatural order. But when you vibrating here, perfect. You see what I'm saying? You are as one. You are as nature. You are a living natural entity because you and nature are vibrating on the same wavelength. As you can see, the tree is emitting the same electromagnetic frequency. So there you go. There you go. So I really want to put that on there when talking about this golden glow. Now, of course, we gotta talk about, we gotta talk about my boy. We gotta put him on camera here like we did with Show Enough. Well, yeah, here we go. The golden glow. Boom. Powerful, ain't it? That soul glow. We gotta put him on there, Bruce Leroy. Why they call him Bruce Leroy? Why they call him, his real name is Leroy Green. Why they call him Bruce Leroy? Because it's the last, it says here on the cover, the last of his kind, the best of the best. And Timac was the last of the dragons. You see what I'm saying? You had Bruce Lee, and then they killed him. He gave you Enter the Dragon and Return of the Dragon. He's supposed to have 3 dragon movies. And then his cousin had to take over Bruce Lee for his 3rd movie. I think it was Crouching Eagle, Flying Dragon. I think that's the name of it. That was the 3rd movie that Bruce Lee was supposed to be in. So next we got what's the boy name? Ron Van Cleef with Black Dragon, Black Dragon's Revenge, and then Way of the Black Dragon. And finally, you get the last dragon, the 7th level. Interestingly enough, Ron Van Cleef, Michael J. White, and various others actually assisted Timac in the making of the last dragon, which is why it's so powerful to this day. A lot of black guys and guys just got together to make this happen. You see what I'm saying? So we got this guy running around Harlem. Once again, Harlem is the heart chakra. We always say that, and it's embodied in the form of who? Vanity, Oshun. You see what I'm saying? So what you got going on here is we got this guy trying to find his way. Trying to find himself. He meditating. He fighting. He fighting a good fight. Trying to find this so-called glow, right? This soul glow within himself. And what goes down? He goes through all these events, coming to it with Eddie Arcadian, and it eventually led up to him having to do what? Fight the Shogun of Harlem, who is Show Enough. Now, Show Enough showed us the red glow. But Bruce Leroy didn't get the glow before Show Enough. Why is this? Because Show Enough was the root chakra. You had the root chakra had to be activated before you can ascend up the other chakras. So there was 2 sides of the electromagnetic spectrum, the red and the gold. You see what I'm saying? So what happens next? What happens next is Bruce Leroy realized what? I am the master. You see what I'm saying? When Show Enough always asks him the question, who's the master? Who's the one and only master? And what does Bruce Leroy say? I am. You see what I'm saying? He was the master all along. That had to find the master within himself, so he could project that masterful force on the physical plane. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So yes, when you're dealing with the glow, when you're dealing with the golden glow, you have to put in that work. You see what I'm saying? You have to put in that work. So he showed you this golden glow, right? And when he tapped into this, he was able to do amazing things. You see what I'm saying? When he awoke in this glow, hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm back. My bad. But yeah, and this golden glow, y'all. So he was tapping into what I was telling y'all earlier. He was tapping into the soul fist, which is what? Rookism. You see what I'm saying? Rookism. He was tapping into this rookism. You see what I'm saying? The soul fist. And what does this energy consist of? It consists of many different aspects. It's the internal practicing of developing your soul body, which is known as Nakon, or what y'all popularly know it as Mopai. You see what I'm saying? Also, you're dealing with magic. What is magic? Magic is that soul-based art that you learn how to harness the frequencies of your life energies and refine them to a point where you can literally cast spells with the voice of your soul. You see what I'm saying? That's why they call it divine utterance. You literally casting spells with the voice of your soul. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on here. So, and you can also do rituals, ceremonies, incantations, all of that. Then you have hoodoo and voodoo, which are specialized aspects of magic, where you start to tap into what? The science of deities. You see what I'm saying? Who are these deities? You get into the archetypal forces of your own inner self. 72 angelic forces, 72 demonic forces, all come together to make that 144,000. Because don't let's not forget, each angelic general and each demonic general or demon lord has their own legions of forces behind them. What's up, Sherry? What's up, Tasha? So this is what you got going on here. What's up, Christopher? So you got these your own legions of forces behind you. You see what I'm saying? Doing dirt, putting in work. Oh yes, this deep. Next, you got first eye meditation. You know, my boy Will Capru talk about this all the time. What is first eye meditation? Your ability to visually travel all across the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? Tap into your visionary faculties where you can travel all across the cosmos using the powers of your imagination. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So next, let's see. So yeah, this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on here when we talk about the different aspects of rookism. You know, the soul arts. You see what I'm saying? That's what rookism really is. Soul arts as a whole. You know, you got pugilism, which is the spiritual arts and spiritual boxing. Well, rookism is the soul arts and soul boxing. You know, learn how to box with your soul. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. Now, when we dealing with the soul glow, now that we talking about sending out our chakras, having that Kundalini awakening, tapping into our rainbow body, now we can talk about the glow itself. Like, it's one thing to activate your light body, your soul body, but it's another thing to develop it, to learn about it, to see what it has to offer, to just get to know that primordial essence, the divine spark inside of you. You see what I'm saying? That's a whole other level. The towers call that level celestial immortal, when you learn to develop and nourish your soul and light body or soul body to its highest heights. You see what I'm saying? So let us begin with some of the things you need to know to tap into it. But first, I got a tribute for y'all. You see what I'm saying? When we dealing with the last dragon. Got a little tribute for y'all. Check this out. It's called Rise of the Last Dragon. Let me see, can I brighten this up just a little bit for y'all? There we go. Some brightness. There we go.
welcome to Eyewitness News Minute. I'm Aisha Starr, bringing you up to date with current events. Midtown mogul Eddie Arcadian was arrested recently in connection to a string of strange occurrences throughout the city. Our anchor Jeff Beacon is on the street with the inside scoop on happenings around town.
New York is a fast-paced city of contrast, famous for its vast variety of businesses, entertainment, and art. But as of recent, there has been a strange series of events going on throughout the bustling city. Theater riots leading to multiple injuries of everyday moviegoers, vandalism of local businesses by local gangs, as well as the Seventh Heaven television studio hijacking that led to the arrest of the self-proclaimed video game king, inventor, and entertainment mogul Eddie Arcadian.
It's not about the money. It's all about the headline.
For the harassment and multiple attempted abductions of superstar Laura Charles. He's been denied bail while awaiting trial for a dispute with the popular video star VJ and host of Seventh Heaven television show. These events have led to fans celebrating her new beau/bodyguard, known around town as Bruce Leroy, the rumored master of the glow. Strange surges of other well-known underground fighters, along with their crazed followers, have emerged, including ex-superstar wrestler Dio Soul.
The day of Dio Soul.
The once famed grappler who was removed from the Wrestling Federation due to an incident leading to a near-fatal injury to one of his opponents. Fans of the ex-champion are excited about his resurgence. We will continue to follow the story behind the chaos of what's going on around the city in our evening broadcast. For now, this is Jeff Beacon signing off as we continue to our regularly scheduled program.
Man, this is just great. I'm stuck here crunching boxes, and Kung Fu for Brains gets to run around town playing the bulletproof super sucker. Even worse, I was there first. Then the Coolie Moolie kid shows up and swoops off with all the credit and my girl.
What's up, NYC? It's your girl AC on the air, bringing you a special message from everyone's favorite heavenly host, the beautiful Laura Charles.
Hello, my cloud crowd. This is Laura Charles inviting all of my talented dancers to get ready for the Seventh Heaven Dance Revolution, where selected finalists compete for a chance to dance in a new music video with me. So come on down to Seventh Heaven this Friday to sign up. See you there.
Rich, you about to be broke dancing if you don't get back to work with fooling around with those boxes. And where is your brother?
So there y'all go. The tribute, Rise of the Last Dragon. Yeah, that's what it's called on YouTube, Rise of the Last Dragon. They supposed to be doing a whole little series on it. You see what I'm saying? They supposed to be doing a whole series on it, so y'all go check it out. I guess they got it coming soon. They still working on it. Now, we can get into the soul sciences for a little bit. Let us begin. Next, we're going to talk about the 7 types of souls. Now, but before we get into soul types, let's talk about how the soul enters the body. You see what I'm saying? When it's time for it to enter the body, because usually the body has to be produced first, created, and then most of the time when it's born or just before it's birthed, the soul enters the body. The soul doesn't enter the body till the body is fully formed after the 9-month process. You see what I'm saying? So let us see what's going on here. Let's see what happens. Check this out. This is the process by how the soul. Uh-oh. There we go.
The human being is the most mysterious creation on the planet. The human body seems to be a perfect biomachine, which performs a variety of functions not only on the outside, but also on the inside. We move through 3-dimensional space, do different tasks, make decisions, process information, and communicate. But there is something unaccounted for, which modern equipment cannot yet detect, but which is clearly felt by mankind. This component of subtle matter, which is invisible to the eye, is the human energy structure. The energy structure has the form of a truncated pyramid with a top. The square base of the pyramid is divided into 4 parts by a diagonal cross. The human being is located in the center of the diagonal cross, which divides the space around the man into 4 parts that have volume, meaning that in front of him, behind, and on each side of him, there are 4 triangle-shaped spaces. These areas are zones of aspects. The human body also emits the so-called biosphere. The biosphere is non-uniform because the frequency emitted by the brain differs from the frequency of other organs, such as kidneys or liver. That's why the biosphere of the human being is multicolored. Now, let's take a closer look at the detached top of the pyramid. The top is located about half a meter or 1.5 feet above the tip of the head. This distance is approximate because each person is unique.
That's your guy here.
In the top of the pyramid, the thoughts are born. The personality of the human being is located in the center of the top. Any person feels as personality during life. The personality is that part of us which makes choices between the spiritual and animal natures, draws conclusions, does analytical work, and accumulates personal experience of sensually emotional dominance. Between the top and the truncated pyramid, there is consciousness, or rather a field of consciousness, which consists of septons. The top of the pyramid is kind of an antenna, which constantly receives thoughts. Thoughts in their turn are waves coming from the outside. The process of emergence of thoughts in the human consciousness can be roughly divided into 3 stages. Thoughts attack or excite the membrane structure of the top of the pyramid. A wave of excitation is transmitted further to the field of consciousness, and this process is the response of consciousness to the outside thoughts. The field of consciousness, in its turn, transmits reactive response impulses to the personality and the brain. Interestingly, one of the same areas of the personality and the brain are excited. At the same time, the septon activity of the consciousness field increases. At the third and final stage, the human brain sends a response impulse to the personality through the septon field of consciousness. Here's how this process looks.
That's dope, bro.
Now let's take a look at the main and the most important part of the human structure, the soul.
The divine
The soul
spark.
is true antimatter. The rest of energy structure in 6 dimensions is built around it. If you take the structure of the physical body and look at the main and the most important part of the human structure, the soul. The soul is true antimatter. The rest of energy structure in 6 dimensions is built around it. If you take the structure of the physical body, then the approximate location of the soul is the area of the solar plexus. In other words, the actual center of the man. The soul enters the developing energy structure of the human being on the 8th day after the birth of the physical body. Between the soul and the personality, there is a so-called silver thread. This is a channel that connects the soul and the personality. The soul is continuously sending the power of Allah to the personality through this septon channel. The power of Allah is given to man for the purpose of fusing the personality with the soul. This power is actually the power of attention. The personality activates those programs to which it gives the power of its attention. If the personality gives more attention to the septon field, meaning the material existence, then the power of Allah is irrevocably spent to maintain and develop the material system. As a result, after the death of the body, the personality turns into a sub-personality, which is an information part of the mortal material system. If the personality gives more attention to the deepest feelings each day, directing them towards the soul, as a result, a quality change of the human energy structure takes place, and the personality fuses with the soul. An entirely new being is formed, a being of the spiritual world. The process of learning his nature is endless for the human being, just like the number of unsolved mysteries of the human existence. People have yet much to learn, since each answer raises even more questions.
But there y'all go. Y'all seen how the soul and the Godhead fused together to become one harmonious entity? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was deep there. That was deep. That was deep. What you said, Carl, you need a link to this? Shit, let me go and copy it while I'm here. And put it in there for y'all. Let me go and copy that and put it in there while we are here. And I will put it in the comment section while we are here. While I'm thinking about it.
The process of learning his nature is.
But there y'all go. Y'all see how the soul and the Godhead fused together to become one harmonious entity? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was deep there. That was deep. That was deep. There y'all go. I can put it in there. Yeah. That literally tells you how the soul becomes, how the soul sits in the center of your body, the diaphragm, the heart area, and it's literally a primordial spark inside of you. They showed you that the top of the pyramid was your Godhead, but the human body is inside the big pyramid. And they supposed to fuse together once the consciousness, the divine consciousness of your Godhead fuses into your soul, and it becomes, and the pyramid comes back together as one single entity, and you become a new, highly spiritual being. You see what I'm saying? Highly soulful, godlike solar being. So, now, we know what the soul is, where it comes from, that primordial essence that comes from the pleroma, the primordial realm. We got that now. Now, what is your soul type? That's the next question. Like, all right, now I understand where the soul come from. I understand how it works. So what's my soul type? Like, what type of soul do I have? You see what I'm saying? So there are 7 types of souls: warrior, priest, sage, artist, servitor, which is the healers and the humanitarians, the scholar, and then you got the royal aspect of the soul. So let us talk about that. Let's go in on that next.
We pick a specific role to play. We don't pick this role consciously, but rather as a type of energy that our soul intuitively chooses with a purpose to evolve even more. This role shapes our entire journey and influences greatly in who we become. Our strengths and weaknesses go around this role, as well as the behaviors and attitudes we have towards others. This role is described as a type of soul, and there are 7 different types of roles we possibly take on. These are the roles of a server, artisan, warrior, scholar, sage, priest, and king. Each of these has its own flavor that helps us evolve in a certain way. You can almost say that these are sides, like left, right, up, down, front and back, but on a higher dimensional level. Each of these stretches your soul in a different direction so it can grow and expand. 1. The server. The server's primary trait is being a natural caretaker. Servers seek to make the world better by doing everything in their capacity to help people ease their sufferings. They're always on the lookout for those who are in need to offer a helping hand. However, servers tend to be abused because of their excessive generosity. People forget that servers are also humans who have their own needs. On the other side of the spectrum, they can be really manipulative. They may be found in the medical fields or public service, such as social workers or politicians. If you think you're a server, be not overwhelmed by trying to fix everyone's problems. Servers comprise 30% of the population. 2. The artisan. The artisan is a creative individual who is skilled in expressing the thoughts they came to ponder. They enjoy being original and productive. Artisans feel a primal urge to create something, anything. Their creations can range from handicrafts, to a piece of poetry, to a scientific theorem. While artisans thrive in the fine arts, their creative juice can be directed at anything. Artisans are responsible for all the cool gadgets, stunning pieces of art, and advancement in technology. They form 22% of the population and are seen as the artists, engineers, architects, mechanics, and others who display considerable skills. 3. The warrior. True to their name, the warriors are the active type. They love to overcome challenges to achieve their goals and dreams. They enjoy hard work and find delight in being rewarded for it. They have indomitable spirits and withstand thorough punishments. Warriors typically have strong, muscular bodies that are ready to go to battle, either physically or idealistically. They often have low voices and appear grounded and solid. Sometimes, they could be notorious and show short fuses and blunt attitudes which others find intimidating. Warriors hold 17% of the population. They are the athletes, soldiers, and salesmen to name a few. 4. The scholar. Scholars are naturally born curious. They enjoy accruing as much knowledge as possible. Because of this trait, they never struggle in the academic world. They may be easygoing in nature, yet are found to be very methodical and adventurous in their intellectual pursuits. Scholars may go to great lengths to acquire knowledge about a subject, even endure personal sacrifice for the sake of knowledge. Scholars are not fond of public displays of emotion and avoid conflict. Their cold gaze is the biggest telltale sign of their role. Others might perceive them as arrogant or too analytic. They love to share what they've learned with others, though. We see them in 13% of the population. They are comfortable in the fields of science, math, and research. Most of them are masters of a subject or teachers. 5. The sage. Sages are typically charming people. They keep people entertained by their charisma that entices almost everyone. They love to be in public and express themselves through art, music, and dance. When a sage smiles, their eyes dance with an infectious playfulness. They are generally humorous in their observations and rarely miss an opportunity to tell a joke. Sages are skilled assimilators of wisdom, wanting to comprehend the world around them and then share it. They are not always original thinkers, preferring to take ideas from others and add their own twist to them. They could be arrogant when not given the proper attention and resort to dramatic tendencies in social circles. 10% of the population makes up these friendly and fun-loving folks. Sages are natural performers and make excellent actors, singers, and teachers. They improvise well. 6. The priest. Priests raise people up. They enjoy the role of being a motivator and love to channel their inner strength to help others succeed. They seek to raise consciousness and improve the world. Priests easily attract attention, either through their striking good looks or their fiery sermons. However, they are prone to having an inflated ego. Priests are naturally compassionate, charismatic, and draw a congregation to them, even if non-religious. They bring inspiration and recognize the endless potential that people have. They inspire their followers to make positive changes in their lives. These caring and compassionate individuals make up 7% of the population. Most of them are public motivational speakers, coaches, and spiritual teachers. 7. The king. Kings are naturally born leaders. They have a strong personality and are seen as assertive, commanding, making sure that things get done in a timely and almost perfect manner. One key to identifying this type of soul is to look for an expression that seems concentrated, focused, and self-assured. King eyes are generally pointed, fixed, and unwavering in their directness. Kings are so driven by mastery that they rarely abandon a task or new skill until they have completely mastered it.
They are perfectionists, and they demand their exacting standards from others. They are good in problem solving. Their drive for perfection makes them controlling, overbearing, and even merciless at times. They are adept at seeing the big picture and are excellent at delegating jobs to the right people. They make up 1% of the population. Most of them hold positions in government and politics and the higher echelons of bureaucratic hierarchies due to their addiction to mastery, perfectionism, and almost psychopathic action-taking tendencies. Not all kings will hold thrones, but they often rise to positions of leadership in their chosen profession. Most of us have 2 or 3 of these types mixed together. However, one type of soul is always most dominant in a person. What type of soul do you think you most belong to?
So there y'all go. There go the 7 types of soul. We all naturally aligned towards one, like minded scholar. Naturally. You know, that's just what I had. Natural mindset, natural skills, you know, natural tendency to gain knowledge, develop wisdom, and, you know, my mental faculties, you know. And I have various other ones, but that's my main one as well. So you all have that as well. You all have that natural aspect of yourself, which you draw on a daily basis. You see what I'm saying? Which gives you that daily fire. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. Next, now that we understand that our soul types, you know, how about we talk about soul colors and soul levels? Now, when we talk about the soul colors, now we're talking about a lot of things here. First and foremost, let us talk about the science of creating a soul. You see what I'm saying? Versus the original soul. Now, original souls are the original primordial souls in existence that was produced. You see what I'm saying? But after a while, after the creators created land and planets and universes and stars and everything, those individual souls, those individual creators, they themselves wanted to create their own species. You see what I'm saying? So these species that they produce, they would do what? They would give them a piece or a portion of the divine spark, the divine soul, at the behest of the creator. You see what I'm saying? Por Mandres, or Hunaku, the invisible deity or God behind the gods. You see what I'm saying? So at their behest, it will then bestow its divine light spark upon them, and they will be able to also, you know, have an opportunity to use this soul, this creator energy. But unlike the original souls that spun in existence, you know, unlike the original souls, theirs were more manufactured and created because they didn't spun or self-generate during during the original desire of the creators. During the original period where the creators desired to be more of a creator than it was. You see what I'm saying? So when they spawn, you know, and they begin to create their own creations and species and beings and all that, you know, because each soul is its own universe, and each universe has its own people. You see what I'm saying? So these manufactured souls was produced, and usually these souls can go range anywhere from white, which is usually the most innocent souls, and they level up to become usually ultraviolet. You see what I'm saying? They usually become ultraviolet souls. You see what I'm saying? And the original souls are gold. You see what I'm saying? Gold light is soul light, like I always tell y'all. They are gold. But ultraviolet is the highest level of the mature soul, of the manufactured or created souls, right? This is what you got going on. We talking about them soul colors and soul levels. They can go for, the more soul and wisdom, the more wisdom they acquire through these incarnations, the more they can transmute their soul into higher levels. Whereas the original soul, it gains higher levels of original knowledge and supreme knowledge. That's why a lot of other races on the planet versus the black race, when the black race talk about doing something and when they talk about doing something, it's usually 2 different conversations going on. We looking at Michael Jordan dunk. We looking at Muhammad Ali knock a motherfucker out. We looking at Tupac spit fire. K Reno. You see what I'm saying? We looking at amazing metaphysical shit. But to them, that is amazing to us, but to them that shit is supernatural, extraordinary. You see what I'm saying? Like it's on a whole other plane of existence that nobody's ever seen before, because they're younger races with manufactured souls. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them, and some of them don't even have souls. Some of them just spirits, clones, robots, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Just depending on what you are. That's why this is a war of souls. Motherfuckers is trying to get in where they fit in, trying to mix with the soul beings on the planet so that their kids can have souls, so they can continue on their bloodline. So, cause most of them know they may be subject to destruction because the planet doesn't see black, white, or yellow or red. The planet sees souls. If your ass ain't got a soul, then you don't register. You don't compete. You see what I'm saying? So the original souls come first, then the manufactured souls come second. You see what I'm saying? But after that, nah. You gotta have a soul. You see what I'm saying? Your soul is your access code for the source and the source to scan you and see you. You see what I'm saying? And it's also for your link and connection to Mother Earth. That's why a lot of these motherfuckers in power are destroying the planet, because they don't have souls, so they don't have a connection to the soul of Earth or the rest of the beings on the planet, because they don't have souls. They are cunning. You see what I'm saying? They vampiric. They werewolves and ghouls and goblins and orcs and all this other crazy shit. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Lisa? So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on. We talking about the original soul versus the manufactured soul and the different soul colors and soul levels. And we got one more video for y'all where he talks about the soul colors and soul levels a little bit more. So hold on here. Let me pull it up for y'all.
Hello there, how are you today? Today I'm going to be talking to you about another aspect of the afterlife or interlife journey. Many people have reported that when they go to the other side, they see souls of various different levels. Some are known as beginner souls, intermediaries, and advanced. Now, an interesting point is that if you read the book Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls by Michael Newton, he mentions that every soul has a particular color. Now, we're not talking here about auras, we're talking about the actual color of the soul. Now, according to Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls, the more of a beginner level you are, your soul color is lighter in color, so it's like white or off-white. And as you go up the ladder, it gets darker colors, so you get into like yellows, reds, blues, which are like the intermediaries, and ultimately the more advanced souls that are there in the spirit world, the most advanced souls are reportedly violet or purple in color. Now it's interesting because these colors seem to follow the frequency of visible light. The lowest frequency of light is red in the visible spectrum I'm talking about, and it goes up to violet, which is the highest frequency and lowest wavelength of light. So perhaps the soul, as it gets more advanced, its light vibrates at a higher rate, so therefore the souls become violet in color. Now, I have a couple of observations on this. We have a lot of religious icons that are worshipped all around the world. People like Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, etc. And, it's sort of portrayed that these are sons of God or avatars of God. Now, I have a comment to make on this. If you think that way, you automatically think of yourself as inferior in some way. Because, you feel as if, Jesus could do this, or Buddha could do that, or Krishna could do that, but what about me, Well, the truth is this, that God is our creator. And not only of the avatars, he's the creator, or it is the creator, he or she or it, whatever you want to refer God
of every single soul in this entire cosmos. Now, I look at it in this manner. What I think is that there are 2 points here. First, I feel that the advanced souls of the avatars are also in their own way still evolving. I don't think that, people like Jesus or Krishna or Buddha, and you can add to that list so many other people, I don't think they have reached the final level of spiritual evolution, because frankly speaking, I don't think there is a final level. I think the way God has created this entire creation is one of constant growth and constant learning. So maybe we on earth are like living on the third dimension, or then we go to fourth or fifth or sixth and so on and so forth. Some people say that they're up to 7 dimensions, or some say 11 and whatever. Now, I personally think that there's no limit. I think that there are infinite number of dimensions, and I think that there's infinite number of growth and learning. I don't think that there's ever a point where even the greatest people or the greatest souls have reached everything there is to know. I think that the way the source, or God, if you want to call it God, many people on the other side refer to God as the source. So I believe that the source has created an infinite number of dimensions and levels to grow. Now, that is the first point I wanted to make. The second point is that we should never consider ourselves as inferior in any way to any of the avatars that have come before us. The way I look at it is that it is like a school. If you have a child in nursery school, that child will pass through the school system, go into junior high school or high school, and then to college, and then to post-graduation, and so on. Now, if you have a person who is in nursery school and you have a person who's a PhD, the person who's the PhD in no way is superior to the child in nursery school. It's just that that particular person has learned, is older, has learned more, is more evolved, more mature. But in no way are they inferior, because that child in nursery school also has the potential of becoming a PhD and perhaps even going beyond. So never let anyone or anything make you feel that you are any less special to God or any less loved by God as compared to Jesus or Krishna or whoever. I just wanted to share that with you today, and once again, God bless you, and I love you.
There y'all go. Like he said, you and the Creator are one. See, when you're born, you are what you like to call a child of the Creator, because you're a seed. You're still growing. Once you come into consciousness and figure out who you are, you find out that you are the Creator. You see what I'm saying? You are the Creator. You are a living, breathing manifestation and representative of it, and it is you. And it's a symbiotic, harmonic relationship. So that's the difference between the sleeping God and the conscious God and a super conscious God. The sleeping God is a child of the Creator. The conscious God is like more of a adolescent, I guess you could say, in the eyes of the Creator. And the super conscious God is the mastermind, is the Creator. You see what I'm saying? The living, breathing embodiment of it. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. Those are the levels. Those are the 3 levels. So now that we understand how to achieve the glow, and we understanding what the glow is, we understand the different types, the different soul types. We understand the colors and the different levels, and the original souls versus the created souls or the manufactured souls. We understand that now. Yes, souls can be created, just like and they're created through a process of supreme heating and atom vibrations and mixing. You see what I'm saying? When them atoms vibrate, they begin to coalesce and draw to each other. They produce extreme heat, and it causes an explosion or a big bang, and that produces a sun. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The explosions and heating up of these atoms produces the sun, And a good example of this is Sorcerer's Apprentice. I don't know if I can find that video. It's an old movie with Nicolas Cage, and he was telling old buddy, you gotta vibrate the atoms. You gotta You gotta vibrate the atoms. You gotta heat them up, and then this is what produces fire. And fire is nothing but, more material aspect of soul. You see what I'm saying? Let me see here. Let me see here. Can I find it for y'all real quick? Let me type it in. Here we go. There we go. So there's two of them. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Show y'all these things real quick.
Basics, strictly sorcery 101. Put on the ring. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah?
Kidding. You've heard how people use only 10% of their brains. Sorcerers can manipulate matter because they're born with the capability to use the entire power of their brains.
So wait, is sorcery science or magic?
Yes and yes. For now, all you need is a basic combat spell, making fire. What causes molecules to heat up?
They vibrate?
Everything we see is in a constant state of vibration. That's the illusion of solidity. But how do we take that which appears solid and have it burst into flames? We will the vibrations to go faster. Step 1, clear your mind. Step 2, see the molecules. Step 3, make them shake. Got it?
No, I definitely don't got it.
Trust the ring, Dave.
So that's how you create a soul, for the most part, on a lesser level. But if you can create fire by heating up atoms, of course, through a more intense process, you can create a sun by heating up atoms. You see what I'm saying? Here go another one. Here go another cool teaching here. Just to give y'all one more. Him creating a fireball, actually, I think. So there's a lot of fire energy in this one.
Best way to defend against fire.
Oh, it's one of those where they give you a choice. Can you start fire? But yeah, as y'all can see, that's how fire is produced. You see what I'm saying? I sure gonna give y'all that fireball scene. Just let y'all see that shit yourself. But oh well. Let's see here. Now, let's talk about how to channel soul through our bodies. That'll be the last one for the day. Now, you have what you call inside of you Dantins, a soul chakra, and a star chakra. Let us begin with the basics. Let us begin with the soul chakras. Which all of them are soul chakras, but let me get the simple ones out of the way. The core star chakra, which is this. The core star chakra sits just slightly below your solar plexus, which is about right up in here. See what I'm saying? And what it does, it governs your soul's identification. This is when you start to find out who you are on a soul level. You see what I'm saying? This is when you start to see your essence instead of just your physical corporal body and even just your spiritual body. You start to see your actual essence, your actual core self. You see what I'm saying? And so that's when this soul energy activates here. And this is a soul chakra. The next one is your soul star chakra. Now that's one of the... Ooh, that's bright. That's super bright. Let me see here. It looks like this. It's the one up top here. That one there. So your soul star chakra is your connection to your higher self. It's your higher soul. A good way of saying it. It's your higher soul. When you're seeing that, I told you there's 3 chakras above your head. Your causal, which is your higher mind, and your soul starts the second of those 3 chakras, which is your higher self or your higher soul. You see what I'm saying? And your connection to your higher abilities. And then the third one is your Godhead, of course. So let me see here. So yeah, but y'all see where I'm coming from. Y'all seen it above the head. So yeah, this is what your soul star chakra is. It's your higher mind or higher soul. It's your higher connection to your higher sense of soul. You see what I'm saying? Your higher intelligence, your higher level or individual connection to that primordial essence inside of you. Because you got this primordial essence, which is your divine spark, and then you got your higher self's primordial essence, or your example would be you see the world through your higher self's eyes now. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just these physical eyes here. You see what I'm saying? Your higher self has a thought process, and then you have a thought process. Because you have like 3 or 4 minds. You see what I'm saying? You have this mind, which connects you to the universal consciousness. Your higher mind, which is your perfected mind. And then you have your higher self, your higher level of soul, your soul sense, your soul awareness. And this is a lot of where your soul abilities are sitting, or what they call the treasures of heaven. You see what I'm saying? It's in your soul star. Those treasures of heaven sits inside your soul star. And this is when your higher self begins to unlock all of your abilities, back to back to back. You see what I'm saying? And that's when you start going to this acceleration period, this quickening period, where you begin to unlock more and more of your abilities. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. And of course, you got your Godhead, which is your true and divine connection to Source. You see what I'm saying? Or God's intelligence. That's what a head is. God's intelligence or Source intelligence. You see what I'm saying? And notice how my boy said in the video, he said the colors actually get darker the more advanced you get. Why does he say this? We all know that the primordial intelligence is source melanin, or that dark jazz intelligence that fuels all of creation. That's why the souls get darker instead of lighter. See what I'm saying? So on the soul level, you actually get darker. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing they want you to see. They want to brighten everything up, but to brighten everything up is actually the lowest levels of light. You see what I'm saying? Third dimensional light, which is only bound to this dimensional realm. But when you get higher and higher, your light becomes darker, because black light or ultraviolet light, and ultraviolet light, X-ray, and gamma ray are the 3 levels of black light on the electromagnetic spectrum. You see what I'm saying? So usually the soul usually becomes ultraviolet in the end of the day, whereas the original souls are gold. You see what I'm saying? Gold is a combination of yellow, of course, brown, that copper energy, that copper tone, that copper melanin that you have now, and in a direct extension of black, or the source melanin. You see what I'm saying? The next color after there are like 3 or 4 colors just after ultraviolet. After the blackness, the darkness of space. That's ultraviolet, brown, and gold. You see what I'm saying? And then so how you make gold: yellow, brown, and white. So white is all the colors mixed into one. You see what I'm saying? On the electromagnetic spectrum. So mix all that together, and you produce the color of your soul, which is gold. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. We talk about those soul colors. I just wanted to mention that before we continue. Now we get into this body. Like, your body can channel source energy or soul energy. Now we get into the Dantines. What are the Dantines? A lot of people talk about those. You see what I'm saying? They look like this. They look like this. The lower, the middle, and the upper. You know the image of them? Ooh, that one is very bright, though. Hang on, Mo. Y'all see where I'm coming from. That brightness is real, yeah. That's the best image I got of them. Lower, middle, and upper. What are Dantines? They are energetic storage centers that you store life force energy into. once you store enough life force energy into them, then they transmute and become soul chakras. Your lower dantian is your soul's will. Your middle dantian is your soul's feelings or emotions. And emotions, yeah, your soul's feelings and emotions. And your upper dantian, which is up in here, is your soul's wisdom and psychic force. You see what I'm saying? And you see what I'm saying? Psychic, mental force. You see what I'm saying? So those are the three. That's what the three dantians is. And in Taoism, once you fill up those three, you begin to become. You're on a path to becoming a seeing, a true immortal. You see what I'm saying? He or she who manifests and projects the golden chi, or the golden heat, or the golden wave, or the source energy through their bodies. And what a source energy feels like when it's flowing through your body, it feels like the sun. It feels like how the sun feels when it's beaming on you on a sunny day. You see what I'm saying? That's how that warmth that you feel from the sun, well, you feel it through your body. You see what I'm saying? From within. It started to emanate from within you. And that's source energy. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it feels like. That's how you know you are channeling it properly, when you start to warm up and feel like the sun from within. And how do you tap into this? I used to teach my students, take your finger and then just start to breathe into your finger. And what you want to do is focus on melding your consciousness with the finger and start to project your consciousness inside it. You'll notice that there's multiple bodies inside of here as you begin to go deeper and deeper within this finger. You see what I'm saying? There's the material finger, then there's the energetic finger, then there's the different aspects of the energetic finger. You may feel the warmth or the heat, fire energy, which is yang energy. You may feel the coolness, which is yin energy. Then you may start to feel, you might tap into your electric body next, which is electric energy. And finally, you get to your soul body, which is your source energy. You see what I'm saying? You're going to feel that warmth flowing through you. So that's soul. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got going on here when we're dealing with soul. So there you go. When we're dealing with those dantians, you start to project them out of you. And like he said, a sorcerer is somebody who's capable of using all 100% of his brain, of his mental force. You see what I'm saying? You're capable of using all your power. That's because a sorcerer means what? A person who can manipulate what? Source energy within them to do amazing things. So that's what we mean by a sorcerer. One who can harness and manipulate and utilize source energy. So there you go. So there you go. There it is. Your soul can actually attain limitless heights and limitless levels. There are no limitations with the soul. The soul is an infinite primordial entity. So there y'all go. So you, like he said in the video, it's a lifelong journey, both here and there, both in this life, your inner life, and the afterlife. You see what I'm saying? And those multiple lives that comes after this, and those multiple lives that came before this. This is an infinite game of thrones. You see what I'm saying? A good way of looking at it is an infinite game of thrones. You see what I'm saying? You are the last dragons, the last kundalinis they have of this age, of this era. But your children will be the first kundalinis of the new era. You see what I'm saying? The first dragons of the new era. See what I'm saying? So that's why we get a lot of the last dragon, the last Jedi, the last of the Mohicans. You see what I'm saying? It's always the last. Why is it always the last? Because we're in the last days. We've been in the last days since 1900. See what I'm saying? So they've been producing nothing but the last. You see what I'm saying? You the last of the dream walkers. You the last of the dream masters. You the last of the dream children. You see what I'm saying? You keep seeing this last energy in everything we see here. You see what I'm saying? You the one. You the last one. You see what I'm saying? Of all your ones. You see what I'm saying? You keep seeing this. And the reason why is that's the energy that we're dealing with in the last days. What's the last days? The last cycles. The last of the cycles of this Piscean energy, which we just wrapped up, and now we're kicking off this Aquarian energy. So your children, which is, y'all ask me why they so different, Marv? Because they're the first Jedi of the new Aquarian age. We're the last Jedi of the Piscean age. We've seen that shit through, and we just set the foundation for the next generation, and they're gonna take it take this information, they're going to do what they need to do, and they're going to create something new. So your children are the first Jedi of the Aquarian age. We're the last Jedi of the Piscean age. That's what you're seeing here. That's what you're seeing. And so this is what it's about when we talk about that golden glow. This is the roadmap to unlocking that golden glow. And it's the last piece I got for y'all. Did you know that you can project your glow not only out of you, but you can project your auric field, your soul glow at least 10,000 yards. You see what I'm saying? In other words, you can project your consciousness 10,000 yards bare minimum. You see what I'm saying? But if you really on the level, you can swallow your whole state, your whole country, this whole world in your soul glow. You see what I'm saying? If you wanted to, because the soul is infinite. There is no limitations. You can swallow this whole fucking planet, this whole fucking solar system, in the aura, the aura of your soul glow. You see what I'm saying? Your soul glow. What is your soul glow? Your soul glow is the projection of your soul light or soul intelligence. And of course, soul is nothing but immortal consciousness. If y'all have never, if nobody's ever told you what soul means, it is immortal consciousness. That's all it is. Immortal, eternal, everlasting consciousness. Like they showed you in the show. I like what he said. He said Septons. I never even heard of Septons. It's been years since I watched that video that I showed y'all. Where he talked about consciousness is made up of Septons. I ain't never even heard of Septons. I'm learning like y'all learning. Shit, let me find out what Septons actually mean. Shit, let me see. Hell, shoot. What type of particles are those? I never even heard of the particles. Or it's been so long since I watched the video that, I didn't think to look them up or whatever. We cycle through so much information at any given time that we absorb that and keep it moving. And we have to revisit it later on for further, details. Then, we do. Man, that's a whole science on this shit. It's called the Septon field. Damn. Let me see what that is. He said the level of the exosumic grid, all real pole particles, although each of them exists in the exosumic cell, are connected with each other through the common Septon field. Note, for more information about this field, refer to the book of Alatra, where it is mentioned under the term animal mind. The Septon field unites all stationary pole particles in one solid system, managing part of the material world, which functions as one control center only within 6 dimensions. Note, also referred to the book Alatra, the power of the animal mind is limited to 6 dimensions. In the Septon field, there is an immediate informational contact between the real stationary pole particles. It means that in this field, information is transmitted immediately from one real pole particle to another, no matter how far they are placed from each other in the exosumic grid. There is no time in this field. So damn, your consciousness is made up of Septon particles, or what they simply call pole particles. Damn, yeah, that's deep there. So there y'all go. There's a book too called Alatra that you can get on Amazon, and y'all can go in. Some Russians got together and produced this book to the best of their abilities. They're trying to understand the workings and uses of the soul. You see what I'm saying? And they said here, the Septon field is a common universal field, thanks to which all the fundamental interactions in the material world take place. It is at the core of my phenomenon. It is at the core of any phenomenon, process, object, and their components. Both the objects of macrocosm and the objects of microcosm have their own Septon field. It is a common field which unites them in their essence, as the real pole particle and the phantom pole particle consist of the elements of this field, septons. This universal field determines the behavior of complex systems. The knowledge of the Septon field are the key one for the understanding of the material world at all levels of existence. It can give answers to such. It can give. Let's see. What was I? It can give answers to such questions as what is time, space, gravity, electromagnetism, the nature of the electric current. What makes the particles and objects move and strive to survive to try to survive and interact with each other. If you know how the Septon field functions, you can understand how the process of information transmission is encoded. You can, my bad. You can understand how the process of information transmission is encoding and decoding by different systems, etc., takes place. Moreover, knowing how the Septon field varies objects, including human beings, functions, one can understand how the process of thoughts formation takes place. So this is the science of how consciousness works. That's basically what this is. Y'all can just look up the Septon field. It's spelled Septon field. Septon field. You see what I'm saying? So there y'all go. And they said the unique structure of the Septon field, its minimal component is a septon, the modern term which is used in the primordial electron physics. The word septon derives from the Latin word septum, which means seven chakras. Such a name was given due to the number of elements in this structure. Moreover, taking into account the philosophical context, the concept of septon as part of the animal mind relates in meaning to both the Latin word septum and the Greek word sept. The Latin word septum means fence, i.e. a soft wall dividing some space, room into parts, internal enclosing structure, and main framework. As it was written in ancient times, one of the main actions of the animal mind is division and separation of one into parts, divide and rule. The Greek word sept means decay, rot, i.e. perishability, destruction, decomposition of the dead, the transformation of the dead under the influence of some condition that plays a significant role in the cycle of elements. Septon may not be ascribed even to the smallest invisible pole particle, as it is what creates the pole particle itself, both the real and phantom one, but it is not the pole particle in its basic essence. The structure of the septon consists of an inclusion of the force of Allat, or the creator of the source of all, and surrounding, and notice they said Allat, A-L-L-A-H-T, or A-L-L-A-T as they spit it, and surrounding 6 antipode reflections, or anti-Allats, i.e. overall 7 elements. As a figurative example, taking into account many associations of the three-dimensional world, we can say that it is some kind of mini machine, a mechanism which transforms the force of Allat into anti-Allat, which allows the material world to exist. So this Septon shit, so I'm serious. I may have to look into this a little bit more. Yeah, but yeah, they basically telling you that the Septon field is how consciousness works, and the Septon field of consciousness precedes all this shit. That's what they meant by Allat into anti-Allat. You see what I'm saying? And this is a literal field of science called the primordial electrophysics. You see what I'm saying? They're literally studying the science of the source of all. This is literally source science that they're working on out there. I think this came out of Russia here. That they're working on primordial electrophysics. So they're working on consciousness, how it works, where it comes from, how it operates. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. And it says here one more: the drive of the force of Allat for the unified ordered form set the motion of the universe from the inside to the outside and start spinning it in the right spiral, i.e. towards expansion. So in other words, what they're saying here is the force of the universe is literally being produced by an invisible eternal intelligence. You see what I'm saying? And then it set it into motion with a spiral, or the golden ratio. You see what I'm saying? 1.618. And from this golden ratio begins to expand outward into existence. You see what I'm saying? So this deep. You see what I'm saying? You can check this out. I tossed this in there too. This is an article that I'm looking at. Let me copy the link and I toss this in there. And then from there, I pretty much take questions. We pretty much it. The Golden Globe, baby. Bruce Leroy's Ascension. See what I'm saying? The Bruce Leroy art. Let me see here. Share. Copy the clipboard. Facebook. And y'all can pretty much get your questions read. I'm pretty much done. Yep, pretty much done. Pretty much done here. Let me see. Throw that article in there.
See what I'm saying? The Bruce Leroy art. Let me see here. Share. Copy the clipboard. Facebook.
There y'all go. It's in there. It is in there. So, any questions? That pretty much wraps up my little lecture for the most part. Getting into the signs of the soul. Getting deep into it. So, any questions? And we end at 333. The number of your higher self. I guess this message is approved by my higher selves and y'all higher selves. Since we ended on 333. So any questions before I get up out of here? Charles Fenderson, why are they scared of 13? They not scared of 13. They want you scared of 13. They love the number 13. 13 in Masonic teachings represents rebirth, rejuvenation, and regeneration. Because, 12 is a lockdown number still. 13 is still a lockdown number but the science is 13 is when you go into your Kundalini, the Kundalini time prison that they froze it in and break it out to stage that prison break and free it. You see what I'm saying? And once you free it, it becomes rebirth, rejuvenation, and regeneration as it ascends up your spine, out of your crown chakra back into your God head. Maku Ra solar being, I consider the soul an extension to the sun's solar energy. Actually, no, the sun is an extension of your soul's solar energy. It's the opposite way around, as the universe, so the soul. So your soul is, the sun is actually a reflection of your soul. You see what I'm saying? A visual outer representation of what your soul is on the inside of you, which is inner sun. You see what I'm saying? So actually the sun outside of you is an extension of the soul within you. Cause as within, so without. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you see going on here. That's what you see going on with that. So any other questions? No problem. Cool Raw. What's up, Claudia? We said Sherry 13, 13, 13. Oh yeah, 13, 13 is a powerful number too. That represents the new age of feminine energy that's coming in and flowing in you and all around you. Kari MC Mills, what is the black sun and earth? Dark soul. See, just like we have a dark soul inside us, which we know is melanin, then Mother Earth has a dark soul inside her, which is her melanin. Her melanin intelligence. You see what I'm saying? Her dark light. You see what I'm saying? Her divine, her dark spark. You see what I'm saying? So we all have that. That's what the black sun really is in Mother Earth. Her dark light, her dark soul. You see what I'm saying? M. Kura, are we transitioning to carbon 7 less dense? Oh yeah, what we supposed to be now? Carbon 11, and they said carbon 7 is supposed to be the next level. Yeah, I'm a little rusty on the periodic science of it, but yeah, it's supposed to be. I think we had like carbon 12 or carbon 10 or some shit like that. We're supposed to be dropping down to carbon 7 and becoming more crystalline. That part is true. Yes, we're becoming more crystalline. So yeah, more crystalline in nature. That's why the more spiritual you become, the lighter you become, because you're becoming less dense. You can experience that now. You don't even have to wait. You can drop them 3 atoms right now, them 4 atoms right now, and be a living embodiment of that Aquarian energy right now, before the cycle even ends. See what I'm saying? Lending craft, time is speeding up for me, and angel numbers are becoming more and more consistent. Should I be worried, or does this mean I'm on the right path? It means you're on the right path, Lending. It means you're on the right path. You start seeing angel numbers, then you doing something right. That means the angels are contacting you more and more because you're becoming more consciousness and more aware. And time speeds up because you begin to accelerate. Your consciousness begin to accelerate, so you begin to accelerate. So yeah. What's up, Sierra? So any other questions before I get up out of here? Bruce Leroy's Ascension. That gold glow. That super gold glow. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. There's also another piece I had which dealt with Albert Stone, but I think I'm gonna do a whole other lecture on Albert Stone. You know, she deserves her own lecture. You know, she deserves her own lecture. God damn it, fuck that. So yeah, we'll talk about her later. Break it down some more, bro. I see angel numbers like crazy. Angel numbers or our angelic codes are the codes or the angles of light in which the angels speak to you, right? They're the number codes. This is what you know. This is what you call Ma'at magic or balance magic, right? Or number magic. So when you have these codes pop up, they're speaking to they're speaking to the inner deity that's living in your subconscious mind, and you and your subconscious mind is sending messages to you saying, "Hey, pay attention to that particular number." Then the easiest thing you should do is go and research those numbers and see what they mean, and relate them to what's going on in your reality. You see what I'm saying? That's how they work. Those numbers have meanings, and you can look up meanings online. Shit, you can Google every number you want to. Just type in master numbers and super master numbers, and all of them should come up 999 444, and you can also Google angel numbers as well. All of them motherfuckers come up. See what I'm saying? And you can research them to, your heart's content. Ra, what is the ringing of the ears about? That's your clear audience kicking in. Yeah, you're hearing into the ethers now. More and more. Because this world is becoming more spiritual. You see what I'm saying? It's becoming lighter in density. So your psychic abilities and psychic senses are coming online naturally at a faster rate. So those ringings in your ears is you literally hearing the vibrations of the earth speak to you now. And one of the ways that those vibrations of the earth speak to you is they're ringing in your ear. Then you know your clear audience is coming online. You see what I'm saying? And it's happening more and more to many people across the world. So yeah. Claudia, I can't remember the last time I had a dream. Now, some people are good with dreams and others aren't. I got friends, they don't really dream much. That's never been their thing. You see what I'm saying? Dreaming. But it all depends on the person. You may be a dream walker, you may not be a dream walker. So yeah. It just depends on your gifts there. All right, I take 1 or 2 more and I get out of here. Any other questions before I roll out? You can cool your eyes stay buzzing. Yeah, you have eye chakras too. Don't forget that. Not only do you have ear chakras, you have eye chakras, and your eyes actually have sight as well. Once you get this third eye open, it creates a triangle here, which produces a trifecta of sight. So you can, not only can you see out your first eye, when these eye chakras open, you be able to see like the Uchiha clan in Naruto. They can see out the eyes dojutsu, or the Hyuga clan with the Byakugan, or you also had the Pain. He had the Renegans. Them dojutsus activate in your eyes when them eye chakras come online, and you can actually see out your physical eyes. And you don't even have to close your eyes. You can meditate with your eyes open. It's some crazy shit, and see what you need to see. Then the craft. When the thought bomb detonates, is it a literal physical explosion that will hurt those with the black dot upon explosion? I'm glad you asked that, Lyndon. I got a perfect video that shows how the thought bomb operates. Hold on. This from the movie Logan, by the way. They classify Professor Xavier's mind as a weapon of mass destruction, super weapon of mass destruction. But what it is his thought bomb exploded. And let me show y'all what the fuck happened when that motherfucker went off. Let me show y'all here. Here we go. Let me show y'all. His thought bomb went off. You can barely walk when the force of your thought bomb detonates. The only reason you walk is because you got that regeneration factor. That medicine he gave him was a vaccine, if y'all curious. But yeah, as y'all can see, that's what fucking your thought bomb can do. And if he had continued on, the motherfuckers would just drop dead. Cause the vibrations was so deadly that they just dropped dead. But no, as I said, it won't harm the nature of the trees, anything, just harm the people and fuck them up. That's what I meant. So he just dropped dead around this motherfucker. And that's that. That's that. And you see motherfuckers felt that shit, and they just start crashing their cars because they couldn't handle the energy. They couldn't handle the frequencies. You see what I'm saying? And usually, when it snap, it's going to sound like this. A hand clap. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. There you go. Yeah, cool, right? Everything changed 2012. Hell yeah. The original 2012 on the Gregorian calendar started the shift from triggered the shift from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. This 2012, the actual 2012 on the Mayan calendars, which is the year 5000, and on the Ethiopian calendar is actually 2012 now. This is when shit really pop off. This is when we actually entered the Aquarian age. So we're gonna wrap up this year, and from that point on, it's Aquarian age galore for the rest of the time we here. So yeah. So there y'all go. What up, Anthony? But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. Shit, you know, this Bruce Leroy's Ascension, Golden Glow. Let's shine on, people. Shine on. See what I'm saying? Shine on. You know, to reach the upper level, your mind, body, and soul must be one. And how you reach it? Through the power of elevation, like they told you in the song. So there y'all go. There y'all go. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace. Kurat, that's right. I think the alignment in this year of is this year of the planets. Yeah, the alignment starts this year, and from that point on, we officially in this Aquarian age. The world died March 12th, and we woke up on a whole new timeline March 13th. That's why shit ain't been the same since March 12th. So charted. And then the cycles changed March 20th, which was the new year. You see what I'm saying? So there y'all go. There y'all go. But I'm gonna get on up out of here. You can check out my other occult lectures on the Middle Now Order. You know, if you want to donate, Cashapp, mcjnetwork is on the page. And I'm out. Peace.